Picture this. December 6th, 1941, 11:47 p.m. Hawaiian time. The USS Arizona sits peacefully at anchor in Pearl Harbor. In less than 8 hours, Japanese bombers will turn her into a tomb for 1,177 men. But tonight, history is about to be rewritten. 20 figures emerge from the dark Pacific waters in full black dive gear. This is Delta Force, equipped with 2024 technology and one impossible mission. Stop the Pearl Harbor attack before it happens. Save 2,403 American lives. Or die trying. Major Kane, team leader, checks his waterproof GPS. Intelligence briefing is simple. 6 Japanese carriers positioned 230 miles north of Oahu will launch 353 aircraft at 0600 hours. The strike will cripple the U.S. Pacific Fleet, unless Delta stops it first. Kane has 3 options. Warn the base, they'll think he's insane and arrest him. Sink the carriers. 20 men versus 6 warships and 20,000 sailors. Suicide. Option 3, destroy the aircraft before they launch. No planes, no attack, no war. That's the play. The team splits. Alpha Team, 8 operators, will plant underwater demolition charges on the carriers. Bravo Team, 6 snipers, establishes overwatch. Charlie Team creates diversion if needed. They have 6 hours until first light. The radio man, Prophet, whispers, "Boss, the paradox. If we stop this attack, World War II changes. Different battles, different deaths, different births. We could erase ourselves from existence." Kane clicks his radio. "All teams, mission is go, whatever the cost." 20 voices confirm. Alpha Team swims toward the carrier Akagi using rebreathers that produce 0 bubbles. The Japanese guards above are looking for surface threats, not down into black water where 8 ghosts attach C4 explosive below the aviation fuel tanks. Rodriguez places 20 pounds of C4 precisely where the explosion will rupture fuel lines. 1 carrier, mission killed. They swim to Kaga, same procedure. The Japanese sailors above have no idea they're already dead. Meanwhile, Bravo sniper Kwan sets up her Barrett 50 cal on Ford Island with line of sight to the harbor entrance. Her spotter Hayes does the math. Scout planes launch at 0545, overhead at 0610. We can shoot them down. Kwan adjusts her scope. Negative. We shoot scouts, carriers know something's wrong and scatter. We wait until bombers are committed, then kill the lead aircraft and create chaos. The Barrett can engage targets at 1,800 meters. A 1941 Japanese aircraft at 200 knots is relatively slow. 1 hit means catastrophic failure. But Kwan has 30 rounds. Intelligence says 353 aircraft coming. The math doesn't work. On the Akagi, Rodriguez attaches the final charge when a Japanese sailor walks out directly above him. The sailor lights a cigarette and looks down. He sees something in the water. He opens his mouth to yell. Rodriguez surfaces, grabs him by the ankle, pulls him overboard. Underwater, hand to hand. The sailor is thrashing, trying to scream. Rodriguez has no choice. Tactical knife. 1 strike, it's over. The splash was loud. Searchlights snap on. Rodriguez whispers, "Alpha compromised. Timer set for 0530. Extract now." The team scatters. The Japanese fire rifles blindly into water. Bullets create white trails, but they're shooting at ghosts. 0515 hours. Alpha reaches extraction, a hidden cove 3 miles out. Rodriguez checks his watch. Charges detonate in 15 minutes. Get to high ground. They climb a ridge and wait. The horizon glows pink. 0530 exactly. The ocean erupts. 6 massive explosions, nearly simultaneous. C4 ignites aviation fuel, which ignites bombs and torpedoes. Secondary explosions turn night into day. Mushroom clouds rise hundreds of feet. Kane watches through binoculars. Confirm, all 6 carriers mission killed. Pearl Harbor attack canceled. Prophet's radio crackles. Boss, timeline interference static. Then reality glitches. The sky flickers. Prophet's voice distorts. The timeline is correcting.
If Pearl Harbor doesn't happen, America doesn't enter the war in December, he disappears, erases, like he never existed. Kane looks at his hands. They're fading, becoming transparent. All teams, report! Silence. They're being deleted as the timeline rewrites. Rodriguez looks at Kane. Did we do the right thing? The carriers are sinking. 20,000 Japanese sailors in the water. Pearl Harbor attack stopped. 2,403 American lives saved. But the team is vanishing because their grandparents might not meet now. Kane smiles. We saved them. That's enough. He fades completely. The last thing he sees is the sun rising over a Pearl Harbor that will never burn. Mission success. Pearl Harbor prevented. Pacific Fleet saved. Cost. Delta Force erased from timeline. They never existed. The war still happens, just differently. Japan attacks Philippines instead. Battles that happened never occur. Battles that never happened become real. The grandfather paradox in action. Here's your question. If you could prevent Pearl Harbor but erase yourself from existence, would you do it? Option A, yes. Saving 2,403 lives is worth any price. Option B, no. You can't sacrifice yourself for people who'll never know you existed. Vote A or B in the comments. Subscribe, because next, one Roman legion gets M4 rifles and faces Genghis Khan. Ancient discipline meets modern firepower. Remember, the hardest missions are the ones nobody knows you completed. Out.